Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 264 finally brought about the series' most awaited and most hyped moment, Yuji Itadori revealing his domain expansion. There was a massive speculation surrounding when and what the boys' version of pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery would be. Creator Gege Akutami puts all that to rest by dropping it out of nowhere, which all but spells disaster for the Demon King, who had held on for so long. Quite intriguingly, the hand sign Yuji used to activate his domain, the Mudra of Jizo or Kshitisgarva, a bodhisattva that guides others to enlightenment. This might just hint at Roman Sukna's fate and in totality the outcome of this battle. In Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 264, Yuji uses a hand sign to activate his domain expansion, as is the practice, but this particular one is unique and is that of Jizo or Jizo Botastu, the guardian deity of children and travelers. They are known as the Earth Bearer, possessing spiritual power for protecting. Jizo vowed to rescue all beings from suffering in the six realms they incarnate into. There are these realms of heaven, the realms of humans, the realms of asuras, the realms of animals, and the realms of hungry ghosts, and the realm of hell. In Japanese villages, six Jizo statues are meant to signify Jizo alleviating the suffering of beings in these six realms. In Sanskrit, Jesus translates to Kshitisgarva, a bodhisattva who guides others to enlightenment. Before he does, Kshitisgarva decided not to attain Buddhahood until all hells were purified. Just he is regarded as the Bodhisattva of hell beings, the guardian of children, and the patron deity of diseased children and aborted fetuses in Japanese culture. Moving forward, Jujutsu Kaisen had always heavily referred Buddhism and Japanese folklore. When tying the above mentioned facts into Yuji's domain hand sign, it couldn't be a better match. First, Jizu had a mother who they wanted to redeem by doing good and balancing out her mother's mistakes. In Yuji's case, Kenjaku is his parent who committed heinous crimes during their time alive. Now, with Sukuna's full revival and everything that has happened since chapter 1, Yuji believes that ridding this world of Sukuna is necessary in order for it to be fully purified. Jizo is also the protector of the spirits of aborted fetuses and diseased children. In Yuji's case, he is the Sukuna's twin who was consumed in the womb, that is, life taken away as a fetus. So it can be said that Yuji is the avenger that Sukuna must face for his misdeeds. This achievement was possible through the techniques of Gojo Satoru and Kusakabe, as the former taught the protagonist the concept and importance of this ultimate move. On the other hand, Kusakabe taught Yuji the proper working of domain expansion, which was what made the protagonist capable of using this ultimate move against the King of Curses. To the despair of the King of Curses, Itadori Yuji made the hand sign for his domain expansion. The chapter spoilers also showcased a briefcase flashback where Gojo taught Yuji about the basic principle of domain expansion and Kusakabe taught him about the working of this technique. Yuji's domain expansion was a train station in the middle of which Sukuna stood surprised. Although this chapter didn't reveal much about the workings of Yuji domain, the hopes of demise of the final antagonist of Jujutsu Kaisen are again on the roof. King of Curses fate. All this seemingly ties perfectly into Sukuna's probable fate. Undoubtedly, during the Heian era, when he was sealed into 20 fingers, and now upon full revival, Sukuna has been a menace. His overwhelming power depicted him as a threat, and many wanted to dispatch him. In other words, cleanse the world of this evil. Further, Sukuna began life by killing, that is, consuming his twin in the womb. So, with Yuji's domain hand sign, it becomes clear that Yuji is the Jizo tasked with purifying the world of Sukuna. Moreover, he will not ascend Jujutsu Society until Sukuna is defeated, that is, hell is cleansed. This is an interesting dynamic since Sukuna's hand sign, Enma Teni, represents being the king of hell. The mandala artwork released by Akutami is yet another interesting part, as it depicts Yuji, Sukuna, Gojo, and Kenjaku in a Buddhist Taizokai womb world mandala. Upon flipping it to view, Yuji takes the spot of Jizo. This is yet one more indication that Yuji was always meant to be Sukuna's final opponent and ultimately cleanse the world of Demon King. After the Battle of Domains against Okotsu Yuta, Ryumen Sukuna could now enter a battle against the domain expansion of Itadori Yuji. Moreover, as Sukuna is an injured state, his domain expansion could be more or less at the same level as Yuji's. However, it couldn't be said that if Yuji's shrine is completely awakened because of this chapter, he had only used cleave and dismantle. Divine flames are a key part of shrine, which Yuji hasn't awakened yet, so it could be the deciding factor in the battle between the protagonist and the antagonist. Sukna's domain expansion Malevolent Shrine is one of the most unique domain expansion in Jujutsu Kaisen because it doesn't have a boundary. So Yuji's train station domain expansion could have a boundary such that his curse technique would only be a shuri inside the train station. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe for more upcoming videos and theories in JJK and many other anime. Please also watch this video.